Experience backstage access, meet the pros, and explore muscle building insights. VNM-tv, the latest bodybuilding news.
All right, Las Vegas, how we doing? Wow, standing room only. Ladies and gentlemen, the official 49th Olympia weekend has begun right here at the press conference. How we doing, Las Vegas? Folks, as you know, we have the most competitive Olympia in Olympia history this time around in the 212 and the Open. Some great competitors, 3 Mr. Olympias on stage at the 212 and 3 Mr. Olympias competing in the Open for the first time. We've got competitors from all over the globe. We've got rookies making their first appearance. We've got defending champions. We've got returning champions trying to get that coveted Sandow and 212 Showdown Award in place. Folks, we've got a little special treat for you this year. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the passing of our founding father. The show that it is named after the man himself, Joe Weider, is no longer with us here, but he is looking down from above, and of course, he likes a good show as good as anybody. So how about a big round of applause, our founding father, Mr. Joe Weider. Folks, the Olympia started, this is our 49th year, as I mentioned, our 50th year. Next year, we're gonna have, of course, all kinds of surprises for you, but we're gonna focus on the 49th year this year. This show started in 1965 with $1,000 on a platter and a crown given to its winner, Larry Scott. Here we are 49 years later, $1 million on the table this year. All right, folks, we're going to start things off. The 212 guys are here. We have 12 of the best 212 competitors in the world. We're going to have them weigh in right here in front of everybody. And then, of course, we're going to get a chance to ask the guys a few questions. So we're going to start things off with our first competitor. Please welcome Raul Carrasco Jimenez. Competitors will step out. They can keep their clothes on, of course. There's going to be a few guys going to be right in that limit, so they may have to take a few items off. Official weights, 207.4, Raul Carrasco Jimenez. Competitor number 2, Gaetano Cisternino. $207.4, Guy Cisternino. Competitor 3, Tricky Jackson. If any competitor fails to make weight first time around, they will have an opportunity to re-weigh in. They have until the end of the press conference. We're going to see, there's going to be a few guys I'm going to tell you right now are right on the bubble. I don't know, Tricky, you may have to take that hat off. Lean and Mean, the best poser in the IFBB, 190. 7.8. Tricky Jackson. Competitor 4, Al Auguste. 214.6. How heavy are the tracksuits? Al says, don't worry, I got this, I got this. Probably shouldn't have eaten that cheeseburger backstage, Al. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody's in shape. All right, here we go. You can always go in the open, Al. $208.2. Hey, what you got in those pockets, buddy? Our next competitor, please welcome Troy Alves. It's not a typo. Troy Alves in the 212. $209.2, Troy Alves. Our next competitor, please welcome Mark Dugdale. $212.6. The jacket might do it, Mark. $210.8, Mark Dugdale. All right, we're still waiting on one guy. Let's see if he comes out. Eduardo Correa. Better late than never. $208.8, Eduardo Correa. Our next competitor, please welcome Sammy El Haddad. $210.0, Sammy El Haddad. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose Raymond. $210.8, Jose Raymond. Ladies and gentlemen, former 212 Olympia champion, David Henry. .204.0, David Henry. Ladies and gentlemen, former 212 Olympia champion, Kevin English. Is the internet right? Is Kevin 235 pounds? No, he is 209.4. Kevin English. A lot of carbon out. Ladies and gentlemen, your final competitor, your current and reigning 212 champion of the world, Flex Lewis. I'll take that cell phone out, bro. Cell phone. Earring might have to come out. 210.6. Flex Lewis. All right, folks. Everybody weighed in under the 212 limit. So we can proceed right now with some questions. 3 returning champions, 1 current, of course, in Flex Lewis. And lots of speculation. Who will take the title this year? Let's start with the champ. Microphone, there we go.
Test, test.
All right, how we doing, champ? I know you stepped on the scale a little while ago. A little bit over that edge, my friend. You've been working for the last half hour.
First things foremost, guys. It's great to be in Vegas. It's great to see each and every one of you supporting the Mr. Olympia. Thank you so much. I came in here earlier and I stepped on stage. I stepped on the scales with all what I'm wearing. I was actually 215. So I had to peel off. I needless to say, myself and Neil Hill done a couple of laps around the Orleans Hotel. So I do apologize if anybody tried to stop me for photos. I kept my head down low and I just put my hat backwards, and you know, we got to do what we got to do to make weight. And again, I've somehow lost 5 pounds somewhere. I don't know what it is. It's around the Orleans. So if you find it, put it in the slot machine.
Good place to be doing it. All right, champ, you took the title last year. You find yourself in uncharted waters as defending the title. Is it different coming back this year as a defending champ as chasing it?
Most definitely, because this is the decider. You could win the title once, but winning the title solidifies everything. For me, I've traveled the world this year, and I've been very blessed to see countries that, you know, a lot of the athletes never get to see. So returning back, you know, I was motivated on the road, meeting each and every one of you guys that are here from all parts of the world to bring a better, bigger Flex Lewis back to the Olympia this year. Yeah, Flex! So, thank you very much. And again, I'm going to bring that package, guys. You know, I don't have the off-season like some of the guys that are up on stage against me. You know, they have luxury to stay home. I got contractual obligations, but you know what? When the time's been put in, it's been put in. And 20 weeks out was my off-season to pre-contest time. And I think I've made the significant gains to bring that title back, you know, and bring it back next year too.
All right, your reigning champ, Flex Lewis. Well, speaking of returning champions, there's a former 212 Olympia champion, David Henry, making his return back to the Olympia stage. Welcome back, David. David, speaking of uncharted waters, you find yourself back in the mix is having a newborn at the house. I'm sure it's been keeping you up some late nights. How's that getting ready for the show?
No, this year is actually very good. Prep, mentality's changed. My daughter's been fantastic. My wife's been doing 99% of it, of course, so I gotta give her, she's out there, guys, check her out. My daughter's nothing but comedy, man. She brings a whole lot to the training and everything I was at. Fortunately, blessed enough to switch shifts and things like that where I could train in the morning and do what I needed to do, but still work 60 hours a week doing what I do in my current profession as well. But this contest prep has been spot on.
Well, David, you found yourself out of the mix last year, of course, due to your contractual obligations with businesses in the armed forces. So obviously we didn't have you on stage last year. Did you miss the stage?
It was the year before, Bob.
Year before. Thanks for the correction in front of
No, it was last year. This guy won it, you know. So I did miss the stage, but I think the time off that I didn't have to prep for anything gave me a little more longevity. I didn't have to train for anything. I did a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of martial arts and stuff like that while I was out of the country, and that pretty much put my mind in a different spot. So when I came back, it was game on and time to rock and roll.
What changes do you feel like you have to make to take out Flex Lewis?
You know, the conditioning game is what we're doing, and everyone up here, from what I'm witnessing and things like that, you can tell a lot by forearms and calves. You really can. And these guys are on point, and that's all I wanted to make sure that everyone had no excuses, did what you had to do. When we get up on stage and it looks like cartoons, you know, that's the look we were going for. So my changes, I just trained hard as everything, and I know I posted some of those pics on my fan page out there. People saw those and everything. I did a lot of bombing, you know, a lot of lower body bombing, of course, and thanks to Dennis James for that one workout. Everyone saw that. But you know, I'm still trying to bring everything in line, if you will. Age has not caught up with me or anything like that. I'm still rock and rolling. This is a different look that people are going to see. I don't know if the physique is as pretty, if you say, you know, it's been, but it's definitely a lot more grainier, a lot more separation and detail. So with that, hopefully it takes home the win.
All right, David Henry. Well, the man to your right, I know, was not on the stage last year. He wanted to be on the stage last year, and he came up 1 point short in the point standings. Unfortunately, Sammy, you couldn't get to that final show to get that 1 point to get on stage, but I know you were chomping at the bit to get back here at the Olympia.
Oh yeah, it's pretty hard where I come from, and to do a lot of shows during the year, to have a lot of points, to stand, you know, ahead of everybody and be qualified. I couldn't make it. You know, traveling about 26, 25 hours with transits, it's just kind of, you know, manipulating with your jet lag and water retention and the cost of it. I couldn't make a lot of shows, but I was watching them, all of them live when I was doing treadmill early morning, watching at the Olympia, and I was burning. I wanted to be along with this lineup, but I didn't regret it, because what I missed, I've seen better lineup this year, which is there's no excuses. That's the best lineup ever. I might be cursed to be in this lineup, but I think this is how you prove yourself to be among the best, and you see how yourself to stand next to the best.
Sammy, what changes did you make in your training? Like I said, you had all year to prepare. You've seen the lineup, obviously, last year, every bit as good as this year. What changes to your own physique did you think you needed to make to be competitive to win this show?
Losing with Flex Lewis and Kevin English, Jose Raymond. Everyone have a different, you know, strong points, and I gotta have the size, gotta have the condition, and unpredicted person, which is Flex Lewis. He's always developing. He's always putting new look. Since I was watching him in amateur, he wasn't a professional. He kept changing. People used to point him in the weak points, but now I think he's the guy which is I'm after. Everybody's after. David Henry used to battle, give hard time at the Open, and now he's a 2-2. Jose Raymond, take my hat off for him. I took him up. He took me down at the New York, and he opened the door for the hard training more and more, because if you don't lose, you want to train even harder. So I was training harder for everyone. There is, I have to put the size, I have to put the condition, I have to put, above all, is my balance and static physique, and to deliver the full package. And I think this time I have it all.
Thank you, Sammy. All right, return of the two. Well, Kevin, everybody just witnessed you stepped on the scale. You of all people, for years now. The internet runs wild. Kevin English is 220 pounds, but he carbs up by the time he's on stage. It's not even fair. He's 225 pounds. How does he do it? But it's all just internet rumor, is it not?
You know, in the past I did things a lot different. This time around, my mental outlook, as well as my physical outlook as far as training and diet, were totally different. So everyone's going to see a totally different package than they've ever seen before.
Well, Kevin, earlier in the year, we get into May, New York Pro, huge show. Big lineup, Jose in there, Sammy, host of other great competitors. We see the name of Kevin English on the list. But when showtime came, no Kevin English. What happened?
Fortunately, I suffered from dehydration, trying to make weight.
So you were actually there and ready to go.
I was there. I wasn't at the show, but the night prior, you know, I was getting ready, conditioned, just trying to make weight.
Kevin, there's obviously, like I say, with 3 Olympia champions on stage, it's the first time we've had that in the 212, and obviously with the rest of the lineup, the most competitive 212 in history. Give me your thoughts and chances of winning the title back.
Well, there's nothing to chance. I'm going to win that title back. You know, I put so much work, you know, as everyone else did, and it's no disrespect to Flex or any other competitors, but I know in my heart I did what I had to do to come in and win this show.
Which leads me to a good question here, because
I mean,
you say no disrespect to Flex, but Flex, I think you took a little offense to some of the comments that Kevin made yesterday.
well, I didn't put hair gel on because I thought I was going to make weight. So I had to do what I got to do to make weight. We all did, you know, be here on stage and obviously this is a prep conference. Everyone's controversy. I walk a different walk. I let my physique to the talking on stage. I always speak highly of every athlete on stage because we're all doing what we need to do. But no, I will never talk down about a man or anything like that. Of course, we are here to fight for the same title. And of course, there's confidence and there's cockiness. And of course, I think I've done everything. I know I've done everything to win the show on Saturday. So that said, you know, David, Kevin, and everybody that's around us, we've all trained for that same title, and I want everybody there to be in the best shape. This is the best 212 competition ever. This is the lineup of all lineups. We've got no excuses. Everybody is here, from past champions to the present champion. And again, Saturday night, I know, I've done everything in my power. I've walked as the 212 Mr. Olympia all year round. I've traveled the world, I've shook hands, and basically I feel I embody what a Mr. Olympia should be on and off stage. Giving back to you guys as fans, walking as a professional, and again, you know, just conducting myself, not hiding away in the limelight, shaking hands, doing what I need to do media-wise, doing what I need to do in the gym. And when the crunch comes, again, my proof is in the pudding up on stage. So Saturday night, guys, I'm bringing a physique that is going to win that show.
Kevin, why do you beat Flex Lewis?
Excuse me?
Why do you beat Flex Lewis?
Why? Because I'm Kevin English. I'm the king, that's why.
Kevin, last time we all know that, you know, there's a 10-pound weight difference now, so I won it at the 212 last year, and you won it twice at the 202, so, you know, we're talking now, we're mixing it up with the big boys, so last time you tried to make it on stage, you never showed up, so let's bring this Kevin English. Let's bring this Kevin English.
Well, Flex, remember this. You won a title.
All in jest, it's all good.
You won a title because I wasn't there last year. I'm here this year. You have the title. but I'm the champ. And come this Saturday, I'll have both.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. I've been here in Nevada since Sunday night, so the heat can get to you. But I'll leave it like that.